a young person, your generation, wanting more. I'd like us to look at this video and let me get your reaction on what you think is the correct thing to do. And who is at fault here? The Gen Z, the teenager, or the parent? Who here is missing the mark? So let's look at this reaction of a 15-year-old making demand.
Okay, so you want me to get her to do what? What would be the home run for you?
I need her to understand that I need at least $2,500 a month. She works all the time. She doesn't do anything for me. She doesn't drive me anywhere. And so other people would have their moms like drive them places, buy them food, make them food, but I have to do everything myself, and I need the funds for that.
So do you do that? When you have the money, are you in there in the kitchen frying up stuff and mixing up batter?
No, I'm buying food.
So you eat out a lot?
Yeah. I make food at home, but then I get bored of just, I don't like cooking because it just makes a huge mess, and then my mom gets mad at me, and I don't like cleaning up the huge mess and doing the dishes, and then I just don't like eating at home because it's the same boring food.
You say she's not there for you. How do you get to school every day?
I do online school. I don't go to school.
You don't go to school?
I don't go to like public school for other reasons.
Why not?
Like I just got traumatized. I can't get into that right now, but.
You got traumatized?
Yes.
Part of it is that she couldn't keep up with the lifestyle of the other kids in Beverly Hills.
There's other reasons. I'm not just like being a brat about that.
But you don't go to school, do you?
I do online school.
Yeah. How's she doing?
She's doing okay. I had to push her a little bit to get some of those grades up, but when she wants to focus on something, she's doing good.
Yeah, and I like it because I can like actually focus on it because I also was behind like in public school. I was really behind because it would go so fast, and so now I can actually take my time. So that's nice. And I don't have the pressure that I had at school and everything.
Yeah, so you want a G-Wagon for your 16th birthday?
I need my G-Wagon.
Okay, let's react to what we've seen so far on is Gen Z on Dr. Phil's show. So you've seen a typical Gen Z making an unrealistic demand, I should say, as a parent. What do you think?
Well, I think that first of all, she's too demanding. Yes, your mother has given you allowance. Yes, but you shouldn't, because she has given you allowance, and say, okay, this one is not going to be enough for me. You now start doing whether you want it or you don't want it, or like this one is not going to meet up to what you want to have, because she wants to have this thing. So I feel like the mother was at fault in even, I'm not saying parents shouldn't give their children allowance for hard work and stuff. Yeah, but you shouldn't now, because your child is now demanding or saying that, okay, I need this, you will now say, okay, because you need it, you give it to them. You should, at least there should be something that they did that has to make them earn it. It's not just you just dash them the money and say, oh yeah, take the allowance, do this. And also parents should also train their children not to be too demanding, because the lady here was too demanding. Like, she's your mom and you're telling her all these things. She needs to give me. It's not that she can. He needs to. It's like you're talking. The daughter is like her mother, the mother's mother. So she should understand that there's a place for mother and daughter relationship, or a parent and a child relationship, and shouldn't cross that boundary.
My own thoughts. I can agree that the girl was too demanding. I'm going to share from two specific. First of all, I'm going to call out the girl for being too demanding, as we have already brought out. And what she said that gave me a little okay, maybe in the beginning, she said something that I think would have made me consider until she started being very, very demanding. She said that her mother could not strip of her life, or she has been used to it, so she can't do it immediately. So if it was me in that situation, what I would do was I would have done it progressively. If I was the parents in that situation, I'd have done it progressively. Cut off her allowance a little bit. Because I don't know whether, because as she said, has been used to it all her life. I'm not saying that the girl is right. I'm saying the mother could have handled this better by just doing it progressively. $100, $100, reach $1,000. But the girl on herself was being too demanding. They cut off your allowance, and so what? You can survive. Like, you can survive. For the fact that you made it to the show shows that you have not died. You have been surviving on that $1,000 I've been giving you. Oh, however, how much? I think it's $1,000. Yeah, she has survived on that $1,000. So I think on her own part, she should ask nicely. And if it's not given to her, she should live with it. Her mother is not entitled to give her $2,500. You know how much that is? That can change my life. Just give me $100. I'm fine $100.
Okay, let's see the concluding part of the video. Again, it shows where your generation sometimes is getting it wrong. Where the older generation were taught right.
And for your 16th birthday.
I need my G-Wagon. There's no question. I need it.
There's no question.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah. My mom's buying a Bentley for herself. Why can't I get a G-Wagon?
Why do you need a G-Wagon?
I really want the G-Wagon.
Well, I understand you want it, but why do you said I need the G-Wagon. Why do you need a G-Wagon?
I really like the way it looks. I've wanted one for over 2 years now. Every time I see them, you see so many of them near my house, and every time I see one, I'm in awe. I love them. The interior is so nice, and there's no blind spots at all. Like, it's so big and open. There's so much trunk space. It's amazing. And they look so nice inside. When you're inside, when you see the interior, the exterior doesn't even matter at all. It's just amazing. And I really want a nice car. She wants to give me a Mercedes C-Class. I will accept that car.
No, I started with a Honda or a Toyota, and then it barely gets.
I will be happy with that car, but the thing is, I want my G-Wagon. I want my G-Wagon!
Really? A C-Class?
No, we started with a Honda, a Toyota. I started with a Toyota.
Absolutely not. I will not be driving anything that can be considered an Uber X.
A what?
An Uber X.
An Uber X?
Yes, we're going Uber Lux and above.
My car doesn't cost $231,000.
Why not? I mean, why doesn't it?
That just seems like an exorbitant amount to spend on a car. It just seemed foolish to me. I just wouldn't spend it on a car.
Well, I want to. We're talking about me here.
Yeah,
This is my show.
Well, as we see here, she wants a G-Wagon for her 16th birthday. The mother's offered to buy her a Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And she's making rubbish the Mercedes-Benz C-Class and will drive nothing unless it's a G-Wagon. Who do you think is getting it wrong here?
I think the girl is entitled. The mother, he didn't raise the girl. She's wait. Do you know what a Mercedes? What are even G-Wagon to do? I'm almost 60. I'm ready for G-Wagon. Hey, good. Don't say G-Wagon. They're giving her Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Saying no. She was raised entitled. The parents did her mother, like, I don't know that but her mother, she didn't raise the girl up. She's way too entitled. But in this situation, the girl is more than wrong here. Like, I cannot defend you, even if I try to defend her. It's not. She's wrong. She's wrong.
So what do you see here?
He's back to the same point of her being too demanding. She doesn't have the proper home training. She wasn't given the proper home training. She just asks for anything, and because of that mentality that they've given her, and she has already, it's now becoming part of her, which is now probably will lead her to that misbehaving, asking for things that are not necessary, all in the name of she needs it, and because they've given her the liberty and freedom.
To add to that, when Dr. Phil asked her why do you need a Mercedes, a G-Wagon? She never gave a good, nah. You don't need that car. You are just being, you don't even need a, you are 6, what? You can trek.
Well, that is the thing about a generation that no uh, no big things, no pricey things, but don't have a sense of value for them. I think one of the lessons that the generation will need to learn is the value of things. Not just I want this, I want that, but to know their value and to relate with life from that angle of value. Because for her, she probably came from a home that is very privileged. So they don't struggle with what they need or what they want to eat. And she's surrounded with that mentality. But we also know very rich people who train their family members or their children differently. They don't just hand them over whatever it is they want. They want them to learn the value of things. That's the only way they can maintain them. You just saw how that she has had $100,000 bill that the parents had to pay off. So even if her parents are billionaires, that's not how to raise children. You don't raise them just to destroy them so that they have no sense of value and live to despise people. See how she called a Mercedes C-Class and an Uber drive or a Uber car because she has no sense of value for things and their true worth. So I think there's a lesson that that's what I see about this teenager. If she grows up and marries, the man will be in trouble. Yeah, because he will be an oppressor. Because she has an eye of despise. She despises everything that's not up to what her standard or what she's demanding. That's crazy. That's not how to raise teenagers. So, what are your concluding thoughts on this general assessment of teenagers and their parents and what we could do more or do less?
First of all, don't let your children be entitled. Let them know the value of things. Let them know that this costs this and this, you get this by working. They don't wake up one morning and ask for a private jet, ask for a dinner in London. They don't do that. You raise them properly, no matter how rich or background they came from. You raise them properly. And we teenagers, we should learn that, first of all, our growth has to be continuous. We should be able to learn the value of things, learn how to hear from this generation that has been here way before us. They are older than us, so they have a sense of wisdom. We might think we know a lot, but there's still a lot to learn. They have been on this earth way before us. They understand the principles, they understand it. We are a generation of knowledge, but knowledge is not something that has been since we were born. It has been here before we were born. So they have compounded this knowledge, and we should be able to add what they have to what we have so that we can pass it on, and that's how we only get better.
Okay,
so quick summary on what we've all learned. Proper home training is needed. Every child needs home training in order for them to function in the society properly and to be able to do things and to be able to work for what they need, what they want. So we shouldn't give our children everything just because they ask of it.
I agree.
You should, at least there should be some things that you give your children and something that you tell them, sit them down and tell them, look, it's not like we can't do this, but you need to understand the reason why we are not doing it. You have to tell them the reason, give them home to the training that they need to know and to understand the value of things in general.
Yeah. So for me, as parent, we must learn to say no. And saying no to your teenage son or your teenage daughter isn't wrong by letting them know that there are boundaries, there are limits, and there are things they should learn to do. It's going to help shape their thought pattern and help them appreciate things when they have access to them. But if every time they ask you say yes, you're destroying them not knowing. So from us to you, it's Happy New Year, and do subscribe to our channel and let others know, share with others. If this video has been helpful to you, share it with others. Let them know that they can count on us again for another episode. Until we come your way again next time.
Hi. See y'all.